First one of the year, which means we'll be talking about that great, incredible reading materials for all of you. Hey everyone, I hope you're well, playing on making the games that you all love. You're joining me, your host, Principal Level Designer, Max Pears. Absolute pleasure to be having you here. I hope you're doing well, whether it's morning, evening, noon, or night. And thank you for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. So I'm just going to move the mic a little bit further out of the way for it. But yeah, great to be back. Great to hear from you. I don't know if we shared it. We won I say won. But got put into quite a few top 5 game design, level design podcasts. So in the level design front, there's definitely not many, but still, I appreciate that we managed to get onto that and game development as well, despite it being a bit of a patchy year. So I really appreciate that, everyone who listened, and thank you for everyone who put us in the ranks for that. It's really great to see and really appreciate it. So another year, another round of award stuff for it. So really like hearing that, because you never know how it's taken. So it's great to have that one in there. And with this one, we're going to go through different recommendations that I have for all of you lovely devs, talking about things that I've come across, thought are really helpful, and hopefully can be of use to all of you incredible people as well. So without further ado, let's jump into it. But first, let's have a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is none other than me. What I've done, everyone, and I hope you're excited for this, is I've actually created a level design kind of store. What I've done in this store is put up different kinds of tips and tricks that you can find there, whether that be my actual ebook itself, to that of level design pamphlets focused on different things such as traversal, stealth, breaking into the industry, as well as different talks that I have done which you cannot find anywhere else other than on this store. So if you are looking to improve on your level design skills and processes, then check out the Level Design Store, which will be down in the description below, where there'll be a link to find this. All you need to do is head over to gumroad.com/level design lobby. I hope you like what you see, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you, and now back to the show. Now, the very first one I want to recommend is one that, hey, if you just leave with one, let it be this one, okay? This one was such an enlightening one for me that I had to share with 2 other friends right off the bat, and thought it was just one that really, I think, is something we don't necessarily think about. And this here is the GDC Talk Boss Mode, Making the Most of Your Manager by Jenny Lees. And this one was great because a lot of us will find that sometimes, I mean, if you're very fortunate, you can find that getting your promotions can become quite a enjoyable experience. There's a lot of growth in it, but sometimes it can be quite challenging as well. You know, some people feel they're further than where they are. Some people feel that they're being overlooked and not necessarily knowing why. And this one was a really great one because it's more from that of the employee's perspective, in terms of that, instead of managing a team, right? Like, what can you do to better sell yourself towards your manager? How can you track your progress? How can you really sell that, hey, I have been going above and beyond, but also understanding that your manager is swamped by many other things. So by you taking care of these elements, best presenting them, then you can really make sure that you are coming across in the best possible light for it. And not everyone, I'm sure a lot of people will share that sometimes it is hard with certain managers and other ones who've had incredible ones. So I think really the important thing here is taking ownership of your own career and own ways to best present it to your leads. That's, I think, something that's really something that not everyone talks about. I've seen it happen a few times where someone hands in the notice and the lead was like, "Why didn't you come talk to me?" This is very shocking for it. Versus what could have maybe been fixed. Not everything it might not have been, but at least giving them a chance to fix it and being able to approach them for it. So yeah, check this out. I honestly think this is an incredible talk, and to Jenny who did this. I don't know if she listens at all, but great job. Really was one of my favorite GDC talks that I think I've seen thus far. So yeah. Sorry, just to let you all know, they will all be linked in the description down below as well, so you're able to go check them out whenever you want. Okay, we're now moving on to another one. Not necessarily design per se, but it was one I really enjoyed by New Frame Plus, which is I'm not sure if people see it, it's a YouTube channel by that of an experienced animator. And he talks about the animation of Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I've recently been looking to move in to start playing some more fighting games. Tekken 8 is, at the time I'm recording this, about 10 to 11 days away from release. So I'm really excited to try this out and try and get back into it. But it really focuses on how they've made these two games particularly into that of such an incredible art style that matches both that of anime, but more in Dragon Ball Z's case, a specific anime. Yes, it's done by Arc Systems. He does reference another GDC talk about how they achieved it, but it was really eye-opening for me, simply because I have not... it's been a long time since I've done anything with animation for it. I'm not any good at it. Like, the most I do is moving things in sequencer to get across what would be a placeholder for a cutscene, right? But yeah, I think it's one very much worth checking out. I really found it so incredible from, again, just respecting another discipline, understanding what other teams can do with different tech as well. So yeah, real winner for that one. Great and enjoyable. And yeah, if you're into the anime stuff, I think you'll really enjoy this one too for a team. Which moves us on to number 3. So I've just got this book and I've only read a couple of it, but I really enjoyed someone who'd referenced it, and I thought, oh, I'll go check it out. And it's called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. It's spelled the last name is spelled Kleon. And it's a really, again, similar sort of size and compactness of, say, something like the Universal Principles of Design, 101 Things I Learned at ... series. So a great addition to my desk, just for allowing me to read through and keep stuff in mind and what we can learn from it. And yeah, just a really fascinating one to see how to best take inspiration and see what's worth understanding and studying from. So I'm very much interested to see how it is. I'm enjoying it thus far. Again, it's a nice addition to the desk library I like to keep at work at the office. So yeah, if you want to check that one out, please go ahead. The second book of the recommendations will be going to that of the Game Dev Business Handbook by Michael Futter, who, in case I'm sure if people follow me, they will have seen that I've tweeted about this, and I believe I speak about it in a previous episode as well, talking about, especially with things changing, right, in terms of, even as today, I believe there was news of Gearbox laying off more staff, sadly. Well, I say more, I mean in general, right, at the end of last year wasn't a fruitful one for many people, myself included. And yeah, just learning more about the business. And I think it's a really exciting one. Different aspects to be seen to it versus our more traditional focus on design, right? And there is a second one called Game Dev Budgeting Handbook. I haven't read this one yet, but I will be jumping onto that one for it. As yeah, I think, again, one of the things that we are seeing more and more of is budgeting getting a little bit out of hand in games, and how best, again, to understand it, to feel that we can contribute to it as well, is really important too for our team. But yeah, those are the kind of big ones for it, for that. But it is really cool. Like I said, I've read the Game Dev Business Handbook once before, so I'm rereading the first one. But yeah, really worth checking out, team. and I recommend this one for you to get a broader scope. And the more that you understand, I know the business may not be the more appealing side when we work in such a creative field, yet I think having a better understanding of the business only strengthens your self-team for it.
At Level Design Lobby, we believe everybody has a story to tell. Hobbyist or student, freelancer or veteran, we made it our mission to unite those who share our passion for creating and developing great games. Thanks to our generous Patreon backers, we've been able to do just that. So if you've already pledged your support, thank you. If not, you too can ensure the future of Level Design Lobby, helping us to create even more exciting content, collaborations, interviews, and much more. With awesome perks and rewards, whether you're a seasoned professional or just getting started, you're sure to find something for you. Want to share tips, tricks, and advice with passionate, like-minded developers? Our awesome community Discord has you covered. Fancy practicing your level design, creating strong portfolio content, and having fun? Then try our level design weekends. Or perhaps you want to individually discuss your work, hone your skills, or level up your career? Then consider our one-on-one mentorships. If you share our vision, then go to patreon.com/Level Design Lobby for more information and to pledge your support. Thank you.
And then the final one is that of, this is again more fighting martial arts. I'm a big fan of it, as many of you all know. Is a video by the YouTube channel Storytellers, the Welsh filmmaker that proved Jackie Chan wrong. And this is breaking down the films, the two films, The Raid and Raid 2, and how they changed up the cinematography, the framing, the choreography of that of more traditional martial arts film in comparison to, say, something of that of the 60s to 90s, which very much dominated by obviously Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. For that, Jet Li, I think, came in the 90s, I want to say. And how they changed it for that, and what kind of techniques they used. And God, I didn't even realise the director of The Raid was Welsh. You would not have thought of that for it, because obviously it takes place in Indonesia. How he came to be there, how he met his stars, all came incredible for it. And, you know, an interesting martial art, but again, the technique behind it, how different it varies to deliver the same kind of impact, ferocity that we're looking for when watching it. And I definitely think, I know John Wick is a very popular action film in this Extraction franchise as well. But to me, I think The Raid very much revolutionized, like, holy shit, like, this is intense. This is very traumatic with each fight, right? The violence in it. So really, again, the aftermath, the behind the scenes, I think is really worth taking a look at. So yeah, I hope that you do enjoy all of these. We'll go through them again. The first one is a GDC talk called Boss Mode, making the most of your leadership. Second one is the animation of Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Z. Third was How to Steal Like an Artist. Fourth was the Game Dev Business Handbook. And then finally, that is the Welsh filmmaker that proved Jackie Chan wrong. So I hope you enjoy these. I hope you find them interesting like I did. Take care of yourselves. Really looking forward to going through the year and seeing what else this brings with more incredible materials for all of us to get through. So take care. If you want to support the show, please do head over to patreon.com. I'm only charging $1 for it. If you want to email in with any of your resources, you can at leveldesignlobby@gmail.com, or you can do that or contact me on X, which is @MaxPairs. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you all next time.